lovelies, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Nice to have you here with me today as I embark on the journey to making a pair of trousers. Sounds a lot less impressive when I say it out loud like that. So I am sewing my first commercial pattern ever, and it's really kicking my behind quite hard, but it's fun and we're having some small successes. So what I'm going to do this week is a little bit different, obviously, because this is part 1 and there's then obviously going to be a part 2 sometime whenever I get it done. And what I'm going to be showing you today is the mock-up stage. So I'm not going to show you all the mock-ups because there are a lot. I'm going to show you the first 3 that kind of like had the most sort of streamlining going on. So after that it was just like a little bit finessing and finagling. But these first 3 mock-ups were the ones that were like finding the, you know, finding the line effectively. And yeah, there's going to be kitty shenanigans going on. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let's go! Okay, the border style 6573. Supposedly easy, we'll see about that. First step obviously is to cut out the pattern, so let's do that. Okie doke, editing magic. So we've got 5 pattern pieces. I haven't had a look at the instructions yet, which I'm going to do now. I'm kind of nervous because this is the first time I've ever worked with a commercial pattern, and I have no idea how this is going to work out. So let's take a look at the instructions. Okay, so first up, you've got 8 languages on these instructions, which is fantastic, but I only need 1 or 2. They've got it in German and English, obviously, and in French. So I'll be working with the German and the English version. So let's take a look. Oh yeah. So when I was cutting out the pattern, I also kept the pattern piece layout. Seasoned sewers will be completely aware of the fact that this is a thing. I'm not at all. Like, this is pretty damn helpful, I think, although I can really not read it yet. So yeah, that's quite cool. And I also kept the measurements table and such. I like sort of the symbol key page and things. For anybody having palpitations over me cutting the pattern rather than tracing it, I've cut out the largest pattern and kept all the other things in there because I'm not convinced that any one size is going to fit like it should. Like, height-wise, I'm a 34-36, which is something like a 6 or 8 in UK or US. Okay, I'm not sure about the US, but UK is like a 6 or 8. Hips-wise, I'm somewhere between a 42 and 44. So, not quite sure how that's supposed to be working, but that's what mock-ups are for. To figure that stuff out. Yay. So, back to the instructions. So, you've got version A and version B, and apparently only version B has pockets. Now I suspect that that's because of those decorative buttons. I'll see whether I'll pick as pockets. Okay, so I'm kinda certain what to do now. The only thing that I've not quite gotten my head around is what they want me to do with the waistband, but we'll find out. So now is mock-up time. Okay, as you can hopefully see, it's quite loose around the top, but relatively, like, there's tension across here, and the actual crotch is like, it was like 2 inches too low. So when I do this, all of a sudden it pretty much sits nicely everywhere, like it's sort of pleasant. So I'm going to fiddle around with the pattern and do some adjustments and transfers, because I've cut this currently on the largest size, and not actually cut or measured anything in the crotch region. So let me go do that, probably a couple times, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so here we are with mock-up number 2. It fits nicely around the waist now, but I think we need a little bit more space here. So it falls a little bit nicer. Question is, where am I going to take that space from? Okay, so we've got the next mock-up done. Excuse the echoiness of this situation. I actually kind of like the two-tone. But yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit better. So it's not sort of as tight as it was, but it's still sort of like, it needs that little bit of space. I'm thinking probably, yeah, maybe half an inch, 3/4 of an inch per side. Should just about do the trick. Question is where to put them. Probably going to try and put them into this side seam here, because I don't think I can put them anywhere else. Maybe in the front seam, but I'm a little bit cautious of fudging with that. Yeah, I think if I sort of start just about here, sort of give a little bit more space and just kind of let that run into the leg, that should just about work. But I'm calling it here because we have done 3 mock-ups now, and I think you're probably getting tired of it, as am I. So this is going to be my first one that has a second part, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next time.